love me, yeah, they love me. First love yourself. For that, and God we trust me. I don't trust myself. Your jewelry, I get it took.
Welcome back to It Is What It Is. This episode is sponsored by Underdog Fantasy. The app is an easy way to make some cash just by making picks on your favorite players. Underdog is available in more than 30 states, including California, Florida, Texas, and New York, just to name a few. Make sure to support the show by hitting the link in the bio and downloading the Underdog Fantasy app. They will also match your first deposit up to $100, and you get a special pick when you sign up. I'm Treasure Wilson, aka Stat Baby, along with your hosts, Mase and Cam.
Murder, what's up, man? How
Killer,
you doing,
what's
man?
good, man?
Everything all right?
Happy birthday, man.
Thank you, man. Yeah,
How you feel?
I really feel good, man. I feel excellent, man. This is really a great time in my life, man. I really feel good, man.
That's good.
You got lyrics or something? I've been waiting the whole weekend. I said, I know it's looking like he's coming with revenge. The way you was going through your phone last week, I said, I know he might be coming back.
It's your birthday tomorrow.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. All weekend, I was like, yeah, this nigga gonna come back and get some more. Thank you, man.
I had a few things. Somebody told me, it's his birthday. I said,
all right, thank you, bro.
Can't do that.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much, man. But thanks so much, bro. I didn't really do nothing this year, but we just being here every day is a celebration for me, man. So yeah. I appreciate that. Thank you, man.
But here go 20 racks.
Oh, my nigga.
For the 20 years I ain't seen you.
My nigga. Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
All I'm going to do is, thank you so much, bro. All I'm going to do is buy you something. I'm going to just take the 20 and buy you something, man. Thank you so much, man.
Yeah,
I really appreciate that, Murder. Yo, thank you, man. I don't even know what to say, man. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that, man. Thanks a lot, man. Super. Bro. I'm just gonna go buy you something with this, bro.
See that, OJ?
Yeah. Well, today we are joined with our analyst, OJ.
Hello, everybody. Everybody's looking
up,
good. Oh man, it was a tough day, but we'll get into that with no football.
Yeah.
But other than that, it was a day it was a lazy day for me. I got 3 of my nieces in town, and they're looking out for their Uncle OJ.
Okay, that's
they call me Uncle Daddy, because their father is gone.
Okay.
But so it's been nice. It's been nice. I had a nice day looking for the rain, even though it didn't quite get here yet.
Gotcha. So let me ask you this real quick. And I know we're getting towards the end of the season. Is this meaning that the Super Bowl is coming up, that we're not going to see any more Buffalo Bill paraphernalia in the background? Because that means it's only 49er shit for here on out.
Well, 49ers, they're the only ones still in it, buddy.
Yeah, but you just abandoned the shit, though.
I got to celebrate that. I can't celebrate my Bills because, they're doing what I'm doing. They're sitting at home, watching TV. So I'm my Niners. I'm my Niners all the way, and I'm afraid, because of Patrick Mahomes. It's going to be it figures to be one well of a Super Bowl, and I'm kind of still surprised that Vegas has the 49ers like a 2.5-point favorite.
Well, listen, just because the Bills are not in it, don't mean you can have your golf clubs out. That don't mean you just don't put no more Buffalo Bills helmets in the background. Nothing. I see new 49ers stuff in the back. I've never seen that stuff in the background. I seen the one that's on your chair. That's a new one, huh? I knew it.
That's a new one.
Yo, let me ask you one thing before we start, and I don't know how true or not this is. So I was reading how, and I don't believe all blogs until I get the facts. And what's even crazy? I'm reading this shit, and I'm like, oh shit, I don't have to go through this person, that person, this person, that person. I could just ask Uncle O myself. That's my uncle. I was reading that because of you, they decided to put regular grass to try to preserve your career towards the end when you was going to the 49ers because your legs was getting bad and you were such a star and celebrity in the NFL that you were the cause of them trying to get regular grass. Is this true? Or do you know it to be true?
Well, I know there was a lot of talk about it at the time. Buffalo was talking about going to regular grass. But then when we changed coaches, he was into the trade. But the 49ers, they had put down a artificial surface that was unbelievably bad. Any part that was wet, you slipped on it. Guys were getting hurt without getting hit. So the talk was that, I had just had knee surgery. So when I was going there, that they were going to try to move it to grass, but they weren't able to do it in time.
So because of you and the celebrity that you are, they wanted to change it to that.
Yeah, it would have helped, but the bud was off the flower for me. I had knee surgery, and by the time I got to San Francisco, I was sort of an also-ran, Well, I didn't have in my knees, because of my knees, I couldn't work out the way I wanted to work out. And I was used to, in my career, carrying a team. I knew I could give them offense if the defense was good, like it was at USC. In Buffalo, we didn't quite have that defense, but we scored, 30-something points a game. So I knew I was good enough for most of my career that I could pretty much carry the offense. By the time I get to San Francisco, I didn't feel that way.
Okay, got you. Got it.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going to talk about the 49ers. There's two opposing parties saying two different things. So Cam Newton called Brock Purdy the 10th best player on the 49ers this season. And he said, "I've never said that Brock Purdy is trash. What I did say was that Brock Purdy is a game manager." So Richard Sherman did not like what Cam Newton said, and he responded and he said, "In your second year in the NFL, you wouldn't have been the best player on this team, but no one would have put you down because of it. Judge him like you would judge yourself, because these categories would have excluded second-year Cam too." So one, do you agree with Richard Sherman? And then what was your thoughts on Cam's comments on Brock Purdy?
Well, I thought it was unnecessary. I don't get why it would be something he would even say. Let's say this. None of those 10 guys that he was referring to could play quarterback as well as Brock Purdy. And Brock Purdy has done his job at quarterback. Now, make no mistake, the Niners are loaded. They're loaded with talent. But as I just said, none of them could play quarterback like Brock Purdy, and he's playing the position the way it needs to be played, the way what it took to get them in the Super Bowl. So I don't think any of the 49ers is paying any attention to his comments. I don't get it. It seems like guys who are out of the league a little unhappy. They're out of the league when they don't want to be out of the league. Let's face it, he was still playing. They seem to be the guys that have the harshest comments about active playing, successful players.
Uncle O, you saying he's hating, basically. That's what you're saying.
Well, you know that's hating. I don't have to tell you that.
That's what I heard. I would say that Cams I know don't be hating like that, man.
Fact.
The guy up in Colorado, the guy sitting right here, the birthday boy, they don't be hating like that.
At all, man.
And I think about what he's saying is absolutely incorrect. It's not even 1% right. It's absolutely 100% incorrect, because when you talk about being a game changer, if a guy who receives the punt runs the ball back, he's a game changer, even though he's not the best player on that side of the offense. I thought it was a terrible comment. And even, somebody like me that just started really giving my sports take on football knows better than that.
Yeah.
I got a grasp on the obvious, so.
This is what I say about this. It's not even about the topic to me. It's about Cam Newton trying to make a splash
on Super Bowl week.
No, and as an analyst or as a podcaster or as whatever he has going on. When that list came out with Complex top 25 most entertaining, you know, it wasn't analytics, wasn't the most ratings, it wasn't anything else. The exact topic was the most entertaining commentators or sports analysts or whatever it was. So, a lot of people like, oh, these, not talking about us, I'm just saying people who didn't make the list was upset about different things. And Cam Newton was one of them people saying, well, congrats to everybody who made the list. But I'm telling you now, Complex, I'm coming to make #1 next year on that list. And that's what he said when that list came out. And since then, I think he's trying to get, and I'm not saying he doesn't believe what he's saying. You know, who am I to say that he doesn't believe what he's saying? As y'all guys said, I agree with both you, Uncle O and Mase, 100%. But I think he's taking hot takes, to like we're leading the show off with
trying
this.
To do hot topics.
You get what I'm saying? We're leading the show off with this so that you could talk about it. So he's like, I see what's going on. Let me say this or let me say that. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying he doesn't believe that in his head, but do you believe that in your head?
And the difference is when we were saying it, Cam, it was coming out of how we think. You know, right. For him, it's like you're reaching to say that.
Yeah, exactly. So even like he did an interview with us. I mean, pardon me, he didn't do an interview with us. He did an interview and he says something and that wasn't something like I heard it myself. And he was talking to Brandon Marshall and a few other people. I don't even know what it was on. And he was like, the first show he's named, they asked him about shows. He's like, oh, who's grasping the information? He says, shows like It Is What It Is. Everybody loves it. He said, they don't know nothing about football, but I would want to see they take on football. And I'm like,
he did?
Word to everything I loved. He said, this is the exact shit.
Did he for real?
On my mama.
That must have been before I was on the show.
First of all, hold on. He says, they don't know what they're talking about. They don't know nothing about football, but I would like to watch it. It's like it cleaned it up and threw a stab at it. So when I seen that, I was like, bro, we may know more about football than you know about rap. You interview Charleston White, you interview niggas. So that's like us telling you, don't talk about nothing but football. Matter of fact, don't say nothing about football. Secondly, back to what I was about to get to you, O. You know, you've been around for decades of football. Yeah. Decades on decades on decades on decades on decades, no disrespect, on football. Yeah. That's why we brought you in. Pause. Yeah. Fuck is you talking about, Kim? You know more than OJ? Yeah. Nah, you don't. You don't know more than OJ. You absolutely don't. And that's just that. No, you don't. You don't. So at the end of the day, he didn't say it the way he did it. It wasn't malicious, but it was still like, they don't know enough football, but I want to watch it. Why would you want to watch it?
Why would he want to bring it up?
Yeah.
He was looking to dog it when he brought it up. That's the way he did with Brock.
Right.
All I know about football.
When he brought it up.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, and all I know about his football career is that he fumbled that ball. In the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he did it like a hot potato.
And I knew enough that he should have dived on that ball.
Right. Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. But did you know him when you was in Atlanta? Like because I know you've been in Atlanta for a while. When you was there in Atlanta, did y'all ever bump into each other and know anything about each other?
No, not really. I just know there was a church praying for him to make the league after he left Florida.
Okay.
And I don't think, when he made the league, he came back and did right. But that's allegedly.
Allegedly. Oh, so he ain't doubled back and paid no ties after niggas got him in the league. Niggas prayed. That's fucked up. I don't know. Allegedly.
I'm just playing, Cam. That would be a comical take, but
yeah. Okay. Cool. Just checking. All right. What's our word Jacob told us?
Satire. That's satire.
It's a satire. Yeah.
Shout out to Cam Newton.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, we're going to roll on to the next topic. Unless OJ,
OJ ain't finished
you had
that.
to take.
What you got to say?
I said he's got skills. And I honestly thought last year one of those teams would pick him up, but I think there's maybe it has more to do with his personality than what skills he has left as a football player.
Well, last thing I'll say is this, that I don't know what teams was interested in him or not, and I think Cam Newton's a phenomenal athlete.
Yeah.
You know, he's 6'5", he's in shape.
Superman.
Even when he was going to the Patriots, I was rooting for him. Like, yo, he's going to get the job ahead of Mac Jones. He caught COVID, so he couldn't play a couple games, and I was really rooting for him. And I don't know what teams are interested in not in him, but I remember him saying, "Oh, what they offer," like not long ago, what they offering me, I ain't taking that. I know my value. I'm not taking shorties. Basically, he didn't say, I'm not saying it verbatim, but he basically was like, nigga trying to give me shorties. You think I'm playing for shorties? Nah, I'm good. I know my value. So it may be teams that may be interested in him, but he's saying, I'm worth this amount if you're paying this person that amount. Yeah. You know, we're in an era where, and I'm not comparing him to none of these quarterbacks at all, but you got Joe Burrow making $275 million. You got a guaranteed contract with Deshaun Watson at $230 million. You got Lamar Jackson in the $200 million. So he sees this now, mind you. Two of them three quarterbacks I just named, Patrick Mahomes making $70 million a year. Three of them four quarterbacks that we naming are black.
Yeah. Getting
that chicken. And nigga might be like, so I ain't set this motherfucker off with all this. But you mean $5 million, and he may feel slighted, so.
Okay. Well, we talked about Cam Newton and the 49ers. Now we're going to move on to the Chiefs. So sportsbooks are trying to capitalize off of Taylor Swift's football appearances. One company is offering a tight end versus pop star prop that asks whether Kelsey will have more receptions in the game than Swift's 10 platinum albums. Another one has one called Swift Action, which is a touchdown scored in the first 2 minutes. So do you guys think this is a smart business move, or do you guys think they're still dragging it?
Well, I think if Vegas is doing it, Vegas, to me, everything they do is smart. They obviously know certain people are going to put that bet. They don't put no bets up that the odds don't favor them, So I don't know. I'm upset by the fact that they're trying to make this love affair between the two, Kelsey and her, and they're trying to politicize it and make it like the Democrats and those stations are doing it to help Biden and for political reasons. Two people could be in love with each other and don't have to be political. And she made her stand at the last election that who she stands for. So it upsets me because I watch TV all day. It was impossible to watch the All-Star game, the touch football or flag football or whatever they were doing. But that's what upsets me about it, is all of a sudden they're trying to politicize it and make it like something that she and Kelsey are doing sort of underhandedly to help, the Democrats in the election.
What I'll say about it is NFL is smart, or not just the NFL, it's the gambling companies, because it's not just the NFL. No. You got, our big sponsor up here is Underdog Fantasy. I won't name anybody else. But if they're saying we could capitalize and make more money involving Taylor Swift's name, then possibly so. You have to realize that we don't know. I don't know. I haven't done the due diligence or the analytics behind it. But for them to show her every week, week after week after week, you have to be seeing some numbers rise to they saying, oh, shit, this shit is getting us an extra 7-8 million views that we may not have gotten. So they're saying, let's include her in the bets. If Travis Kelsey, I don't know, I'm just making this shit up. If Travis Kelsey scores a touchdown, would she put her right hand up? Oh, this is my left. Would she put her left hand up? Would she do this? Well, how many? If Travis Kelsey gets 10 yards, would it be the, I don't know the new name.
The swag, sir?
Yeah, I said swag. You said it's a new name. You said a new name. Nigga, man, I said it's swag surf. You said now it's the so-and-so now.
I forgot.
You probably made that shit up just to
Probably
make
did.
it.
It was like a Taylor Swift. You definitely did.
Yeah, so look, if you can make money, and me as a businessman, and I thought it could be a money maker, I would absolutely take advantage of it. She's coming to the game. It's crazy. Listen, man, Taylor Swift, and I'm not saying Travis Kelce, and along with his brother, have their own celebrity, and people know who they are. But this Taylor Swift thing with the Chiefs and Travis Kelce has escalated, not just the Chiefs and not just Travis Kelce, but the NFL, and now the fans want to take advantage on it. 1 week left, pardon me, not even 1 week, 1 game left in the NFL this season. So they're like, man, we should have been doing this a few weeks ago, but they ain't know. See, the thing about it, you don't know if she's coming or not, pause. So now they know, I don't care if she got a concert on Mars. You know she's coming to the game, so now they're going to put it in the book.
And if she doesn't come, they're going to put her on the screen.
Yeah.
Tell her to Skype in and just
that's a
say,
fact.
let's go Chiefs, and that's going to get the crowd going crazy.
That's a fact. So what I was going to say is that, look, man, this shit done got out of hand. And the last thing I think it says is, now niggas, the New York Times, other sports shows, NBC, ABC, not just ESPN. I don't even think it was ESPN. I ain't see it on ESPN. I ain't gonna throw them under the bus like that. They're talking about niggas is coming in a barbershop asking for the Travis Kelce haircut. It's a fade, bro. And it's a white nigga with a fade. Like, yo, niggas steal everything from us, bro. Can we have anything, B? Like, yo, as
they
black
didn't
niggas,
say they Travis Kelce.
the New York Times did an article. I'm gonna send it to you. An article that niggas has been coming. Look at my nigga
It's
Nick
a
with the
blurry
fade. Look, my
Yeah,
nigga
it's a
Nick with
blurry
that
fade.
My nigga Nick in the
Nick, they
joint.
running with your look, Nick.
Yeah, nigga running with my nigga Nick. Look, now it's a whole
True,
shit.
too. It's on the New York Times.
It's
They're
in the
asking
New
for
York.
Travis
I
Kelce
seen this
fade.
shit.
Yeah.
Kelce fade.
Yeah.
But the whole thing is, it's a regular shit that we got.
It's a Puerto Rican fade.
Bro, look, as black people and Spanish people and brown people, can we have anything? Now y'all trying to take the fade from us and call it the Travis Kelce? That's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild, B. That's wild.
Everybody in Terror Squad had that fade, man.
Yeah, B. No, that's wild, bro. That's wild. Big Daddy Kane pulls out that fade. Nigga, like, come on, man. Eric Sherman had the fade. Yo, my nigga, this is nothing new.
PMD had that
That's
fade.
what I'm trying to tell you. So, but this is all, and I'm like I said, I give Travis Kelce for his own celebrity and everything else. He wouldn't have been able to bag, I don't think, if he had a little something with him, if he had no motion. So I think, don't get me wrong, he had motion, but this shit done got out of hand when they take the fade from us and call it the Travis Kelce. Shit is wild.
Yeah, now he just need to get a half moon.
Raekwon might slap the shit out of niggas. They steal his shit like that.
But I'm also not surprised because this happens time and time with everything that we do. So we're just going to see it even more. Okay. Not long ago, a former Jaguars employee was accused for stealing more than $22 million through the Jaguars virtual credit card system for sports bets. The Jaguars have asked the betting company to reimburse them for a majority of the approximately $20 million, but the company is unwilling to pay. So do you think the company is wrong for refusing to pay them back that money? OJ first.
I'm a little lost by even the whole story that you just told. As to where did he get the money from to bet from a pool of the Jaguars?
Yeah, he used their virtual credit, like the company virtual credit card, and used it to make bets.
Bets, and then I'm assuming he lost.
Yeah.
And
so
now, and just so you're clear, now the Jaguars are asking FanDuel, is it?
Yeah.
To pay back because the employee stole. Look, I'll go first.
They lost. I get it now.
I'll go first. Y'all out y'all rabbit ass mom, man.
If
what the fuck
if
you
he
mean?
would have won, they would have
What the fuck are y'all hired an employee who's stealing from y'all niggas, gambling in my company, and now y'all figure out he been stealing, so y'all want me to pay back? Y'all out y'all rabbit ass mom, my nigga. What y'all should do, he probably popped. Probably ain't got no bread because he's gambling on the company card. I don't know how y'all get y'all niggas money back, but let's be realistic. At the end of the day, $20 million is $20 million. Don't get it fucked up. But y'all the Jaguars. Y'all like at least in the late $100 millions, if not worth $1 billion. So I'm not gonna say sneeze at $20 million, But at the end of the day, if I'm FanDuel or I'm like, fuck, if I'm underdog, you know, shout out to underdog, no, I'm not giving you your money back. Yo, that's that is somebody that y'all should hire to monitor that point, to monitor shit like that. How do it get to 20 million?
Yeah.
It should be a red flag up at 300,000.
Yeah, instead of trying to sue him or get the money back, you should find out who's in the accounting department that let it get to 20 million.
Right, exactly.
Well,
that may be one of them joints murder when nigga be like, if you get caught, I don't have nothing to do with this. You on your own.
I'm gonna leave the laptop open. When I walk away, it's yours.
Well, it seems to me what's happening is, in basic law, if somebody stole something from you or from me, which they have, and they sold it to someone, if the police went to that someone, they would get it back. It would go back to you. So maybe they're trying to base it on that and trying to set some precedent that, hey, wait a minute, we know where the 20 million is. We want our money back. So I'm assuming that's what they're basing it on, asking for it. I don't know if they're going to get it, but it seems to me that that's sort of what they're kind of basing it on.
I told niggas straight up and down, I spent it. I don't know where it's at. That shit going, man.
Well, the company's going to say they spent it. The company's going to say it's a part of their revenue. I don't, this seemed to be an argument between the JAG and the gambling company.
Yeah, that's exactly who it's between. My thing is this.
Well, so the JAG's going to say, we know where our $20 million is. It's in your coffers, so we want it back. I guess that's what they're saying. I don't know.
You're 100% right. That's what they're saying.
Yeah.
And me personally, if I work for that gambling company, I'll be like, yo, you know what's even crazier is that we had a wild employee who took the 20 million that y'all got the 20 million. He ran off with that 20 million. We don't know where you're not getting the 20. I got 100 stories for that.
Yeah.
I got a million stories for I give you $1 back.
And then regarding the situation, an ESPN source said the way they see it, we got this money fair and clear. It's not our problem that we have to forfeit it back to you. So
yeah, they ain't put a gun in the nigga head.
Yeah. Okay. Moving along, former Michigan coach Jim Harbaugh is ready to hit the ground running after having his first introduction as the head coach for the Chargers. He said it needs to be multiple championships, and we're going to be humble and hungry, but that's our goal. So do you guys in general like Harbaugh's addition to the team? And then how do you feel about his statement? OJ.
Well, I think he's a great coach. I mean, I think he's done a hell of a job. I remember he was at Stanford, and I wanted him to get out of Stanford because they were giving USC all kind of headaches. And he went to the 49ers, and as you know, he did a hell of a job with the Niners. I think they went to a Super Bowl, maybe the one they lost. But he did a hell of a job. We know he's a good coach. He's going to a team that got, first and foremost, a good quarterback. He's got a couple of stars on his defense, his two defensive ends, and he'll shore up the defense. He's always had strong defenses. I think it was a great move by the Chargers, and I think it will pay dividends.
Oh, you don't see the Chargers winning anything, do you?
I can't say immediately next year, no.
Oh, I thought that's what you was trying to say.
You got Patrick Mahomes in that division.
All right.
So that's a tough division, when you got, and let's face it, the Raiders seem to be getting better. I don't know what's going to happen with Denver. I don't have a clue what's going to happen with them, but it seems like the Chargers they've been there. They just can't, late in the season, they just can't seem to get over the hump. But, you give Harbaugh a team with a to me, could be called a great quarterback. He's going to show something for it. So I have no doubt they will definitely be a better team next year. I think they'll be a team that wins, has double-digit wins next year. So we'll just have to see. how the competition plays out.
What I have to say about it is this. I'm sorry, making sure my wires. What I have to say about it is this. I like confident coaches. We was just up here fucking with McCarthy, about him not being so confident after keeping his job with the Cowboys. So I like a coach that comes in with confidence. He likes to reassure the city, the organization, install it in the players early that this is what we came to do, win championships. I would not say multiple championships because when you do that, this is similar to what LeBron James did when he went to Miami and he says, not 2 championships, not 3 championships, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7. So now the crowd is going crazy, and I like that type of marketing. I love that. But when you don't deliver, they don't let it go. Now, don't get it fucked up. LeBron took the Heat to 4 straight championships. He won 2 of them, which to me is an amazing job. When our NBA analyst up here, Mark Jackson, saying he only been to the championship once. It's not easy to get there. But when you start saying that and then don't deliver, fans and media and so on and so forth don't forget about things like that. So when you say multiple championships, he didn't go as far as saying 6, 7, 8. You get 2. That's multiple. So, you
yeah.
You get 2 championships, that's multiple.
Yeah, I think he had to start like that in order to sell it.
Yeah,
in
absolutely.
order to get everybody, get the morale of the team to a higher level, you got to start by saying it. It is just a matter of if he get the personnel to make that a reality, though.
Absolutely. And it starts with what OJ just said. You have a spectacular quarterback. That's one of the problems you don't have that a lot of teams have in the league. You have a spectacular quarterback. The problem with that is this, and that's why I fuck with the nigga, because he said, you know what, I'm up in here. But you got to think about this. You just said division. Let's think about conference. So you got conference-wise, you got Patrick Mahomes. You got Joe Burrow. You got Josh Allen. Not only that, you got Lamar Jackson. But not only Lamar Jackson, you said, yo, I meet you at dinner time, nigga, against your brother. You're going against your brother in the same conference. Nigga said nobody's safe. Nobody's safe, nigga. So I like his attitude, and he came to have problems. I'm not saying he had job offers in the NFC, but he's coming into a rough, rugged AFC, and that's just some of the names I named. We're not even going to get into everybody else. I just named you the quarterbacks in that conference, and you going to say, yo, tell your brother, fuck him. I'm here. He didn't even say, yo, let's meet at the Super Bowl. Worst case, best case, however you want to say it, is the conference finals, because they'll never be able to go to the Super Bowl together. I like his style.
Okay. And before we go to break, Patrick Mahomes' dad was arrested on suspicion for driving while intoxicated in Texas. So how do you guys feel about this happening right before the Super Bowl?
That's his family. Let the family deal with what the family has to deal with.
That was real corporate, though. Pause. Uncle Daddy, that was crazy. Pause. Uncle Daddy. Yo. That was real. Let the
family do what they got to do with. That's that.
I mean, this is not a new thing for him. You know, isn't this like his 5th time being arrested?
It's supposed to be his 3rd offense. He had one in.
It's 3rd?
3rd, yeah.
Oh, I thought it'd been like 5. But I mean, when it's a MO, it's just something they already know about. I don't think it holds no weight with the family. It's not like he was caught with cocaine. He was just caught doing something he normally does. Not that drinking and driving is something like Cam says, a sneeze at, because people do die from being behind the wheel drunk. So hopefully he get that help, but it was just a $10,000 bill. He only paid a rack.
Nigga, Pat make that in 2 seconds. And as soon as they say hike to 10,000 bank account. What I'll say is this, that I don't know his father that well. we in the era of the fathers. Was they just wild?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Listen. T. Moran out here, LeVar Ball, he been quiet lately. He been chilling. Look, even Stat Father sent me a little video, said, fuck is you talking about, nigga? Steelers is my team. He said, we gonna air that before the Super Bowl. He sent me a video. Stat Father got at me. Ain't you, Murder? I don't know if you seen it. He said, tell Cam and Mase, I don't know what they talking about. The Steelers, he said, yo, Papa Stat exact words in the video was, y'all, he said, Cam Mase, thanks for showing me love, husband, but y'all bugging.
Yeah.
No, exactly like that. Y'all bugging. He said the Cowboys is America's team. The Steelers is God's team. I said, God's team? This is what he said in the video.
Oh, yeah. So he didn't send that to me.
We in the year of the fathers like.
Hey, everyone. This is Joe, also known as Papa Stat. I want to give a shout out to It Is What It Is. Also, CAMRON. I appreciate all the compliments that you gave me, nephew. I really, really do. But when you talk about the Steelers, you bugging. You really bugging. 17 years we had Mike T as our coach, and we had a winning season for 17 years. That's all we know is winning. That's the standard in Pittsburgh. I mean, we can sit here, we can talk about, what? The Cocaine Cowboys. That's America's team. Makes you know what favor is. Pittsburgh Steelers, that's God's team. If you were a bettor and you bet on Pittsburgh, you would win more than you lose. So can't talk about the Steelers, man. That's a great, solid organization. They're not going nowhere. All I want to say is for 2024, we still lit and we ain't going nowhere.
Hold on, I got this. You know what I'm saying? So the door, yo, hold on, I got this right here. You know, you got to think about Bill Haney.
Yeah.
Devin Haney don't even talk. The fathers is doing all the talking. So now, you know, we go back to Patrick Mahomes' pops. I didn't see him a lot before this year, but every picture I see lately, his eyes is red. Every picture that nigga eyes is red, B. The nigga say he's smoking on a Lamar Jackson pack last week. The nigga say, yo, we just rolled up a Lamar Jackson pack and we smoking on Lamar Jackson. You know why it's crazy? And don't get me wrong, we in that type of era, but Patrick Mahomes looks so clean cut. You know, he got the right complexion for just enough blackness that you might be like,
he got the complexion
just right there.
You got a picture because once
I'm black.
Yeah. Nigga said you made it. Yeah, he made it. Because when you start doing hair commercials, that ain't really black people shit. You know that nigga Trey Pollinello ain't doing hair commercials. So listen, man. The nigga said he's smoking on a Lamar Jackson pack. The DWI don't surprise me.
Yeah.
He's smoking on packs of Lamar Jackson. It don't surprise me. It's one of them situations where, to me, Patrick Mahomes will be like, yo, Dad, you wildin'. Damn, that's what I do. You do what you do.
And let me do what I do.
Yeah. You think you got here about me not wildin', nigga? Fuck is you talking about? Go play football, nigga.
Well, shout out to my dad, too.
Yep.
Okay, we're going to go to
Shout out to your dad.
That's my
shout out to
like
T. Morant. Shout out to T. Morant, for real.
Big shout out to Mr. Wilson, man. Much love, man. I will say this. I do not know about God's team. You out of pocket.
He meant that, too.
You out of pocket for that.
Yeah, you way out of pocket.
You might have cursed him with that.
Yeah, man. You out of pocket, baby.
All right, y'all. We're going to go to break. When we return, we will discuss Doc Rivers being named an all-star coach. Don't go anywhere.
Oh, my goodness.
She called this thing about toxic. 4 years and counting. Got you feeling like an option. Maybe I'm my own problem, babe. She tired of hearing I don't know. My stubborn in me won't fall. Dealing with this thing called trust. But she really thinking about it. She wanna be free. Why am I in this woman way?
Welcome back. Now let's get into our underdog fantasy picks of the day. Next week is Super Bowl Sunday. As we know, the Chiefs will play the 49ers. Underdog fantasy has Travis Kelce at 7 receptions. Excuse me. Do you have him higher or lower, Mase?
Higher. We're coming to win. He gotta have higher than 7 if we're gonna win.
I'm gonna go lower because I think it's gonna be at 7. I think it's gonna be about 7.
Okay. Patrick Mahomes is at 26.5 rushing yards. Do you have him higher or lower, Cam?
That's a good one. That's a real good one. I think that it's gonna be higher because 49ers defensive line is good, and Patrick Mahomes may not have time to throw, so he may use his feet. I would say about 15% of this game he's going to use his feet. I'm going to go higher.
Yeah, I would say higher.
Okay. And Brock Purdy is at 1.5 passing touchdowns. Do you have him higher or lower, Mase?
1.5 passing touchdown?
Mm-hmm.
I think he's going to be higher. I think he'll have 2.
Okay.
I'm going to go higher as well.
Hey, download the Underdog Fantasy app and you can make your picks too. We are joined back with our analyst, OJ. Okay, so after 3 games with the Bucs, Doc Rivers is set to coach the East for the All-Star game. And then he said he plans to give Bucs former coach Adrian Griffin, that was fired, the All-Star game ring and bonus. How do you guys feel about him becoming the coach? OJ first.
It doesn't make much sense to me that a guy who's it's been 2-3 weeks. He's been coaching the team. I would imagine the only reason he got
not even that long.
Not even that. I would imagine one of the reasons he's got the job is just like with football. These guys are running away from these All-Star games. You know, it's a whole lot of work for what is essentially little pay. So I don't know. Maybe one of the other big coaches wouldn't be there, but it doesn't make sense to me that a guy who actually coached this season for, less than 3 weeks would coach the All-Star game unless they couldn't get anybody else.
Almost 10 years ago, man, they traded Doc. Right. Doc.
Be clear when you say as a coach.
Yeah. They traded Doc Rivers as a coach about 10 years ago. So this has just been a bizarre thing every time, man. To think that Doc Rivers walked into coaching like the All-Star game after winning 1 game is crazy. It's ludicrous. It's asinine. All them words that T.I. be using, that's what I needed to use right now. It's crazy, yo. He got more losses than wins, but he's coaching the All-Star game. They should let Adam Silver, you're used to... 1
and 2. Well, he's 1 and 2.
Yeah, I think he's 1 and 2 or 1 and 3, something like that. He only got 1 win.
I don't care if he had all 3 wins. That's ridiculous. But I just was wondering what's his record. But, guy, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm trying to whisper the stat about it.
And now he's coaching the All-Star game. Adam Silver, where are you at in all of this? You're the guy that's supposed to be innovative. This is where you make one of them new changes. This is where I need you to be Generation Z, as Stat would say. This is where we need that, because I know David Stern would have at least let Adrian coach. And if I'm Adrian, I'm mad about this.
First of all, why isn't Azula, if I'm saying his name right, from Boston not coaching? Isn't Boston leading? What about the Knicks coach?
Yeah, they're bugging out.
What I'm saying? Like the Knicks are in 3rd or 4th place right now. Like, why aren't these? Look, man, this shit pissed me the fuck off. O said it when we wasn't on camera. He said, O was confused about the shit like me. He says, wait a minute, the nigga goes from the broadcast booth to coaching the All-Star game in 3 games?
Yeah, it's about who you know.
1 and 3.
So let's put this into perspective.
So I was right.
Yeah, let's put this into perspective. I was in LA a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, he was announcing the game.
Yeah.
He gets the job at the Milwaukee Bucks. The interim coach coached 1 game. In between the coach getting fired, and Doc Rivers being there, and they won. Doc Rivers they lose 2 games in a row. Come to find out they're 1-3 since he's been there.
Yeah.
And they say, I know what we'll do. We'll make him the all-star coach. That'll solve everything. We'll just make him the all-star coach. That'll do it. And then
let him know we're serious, so maybe he'll coach serious.
And then, Doc, you talking about you going to get this nigga the bonus and get this nigga the ring. You just made, I don't understand the Doc Rivers shit, though. They just gave this man $40 million for 3 years. This man was in the booth. He does not win when he's under pressure. He has 1 championship. And see, a lot of things that we talk about, I've seen people like, oh, yeah, so what if he be in the system? You damn right. If you be in the system, keep being in the system.
Yeah.
Don't act like I'm against it. I'm not against. If you can keep beating the system, that's one of them.
Yeah, we ain't get reparations. We might as well let Doc get the money.
That's like one of them joints when you beat something, you walk off and wink when nobody looking. Don't get mad at Doc. That's one of them joints. But since City's actually, we always be talking about when Stephen A. be pointing niggas while he walking. That's one of them since Doc did.
Yeah, don't be pocket watching them,
You got $40 million for 3 years. You're the all-star coach for the East. You coach 4 games. You have a 1-3 record, and you're talking about you gonna get the bonus in the ring. You better, nigga. That's the least you could do. You act like, oh no, I know I'm gonna do the right thing. I'm gonna give the nigga the bonus and the ring. Doc, you're milking the system, pause. I'm with it. Don't give me the I'll dig it face. I'm with it. I'm 100% with it. But it's highway robbery. You're bugging, and the NBA, like Mase just said, I don't know how this is being allowed.
Yeah, this is favorable. This is like Doc must be born again or something.
Yeah, I don't know how this is allowed. I think it's wild, but hey, if you could beat the system and all the fans, they say, yo, Kim, Mase, y'all hard on Doc. Yo, Doc resume is hard on himself. Pause. That's that man resume. Like we said, Mase was talking about earlier, it's the only coach in the history of the NBA that I know about that got traded for a player as a coach. So if you be in the system, cool. That's what I was saying about the fan. There's like, Cam Mase be in the system. You right, y'all. If he be in the system, cool, but we not going to call out. You know we can see what's going on, right? I don't know if y'all niggas don't know if we don't see what's happening. So we going to speak on what we see, but at the end of the day, don't act like it ain't wild what's going on.
Yeah, Doc definitely know they. Whoever they is, Doc knows.
Yeah, he knows them niggas.
And then to answer your question, Missoula is ineligible to be the head coach because he was the head coach in the All-Star game last season.
So what, you can't repeat?
I guess not.
That's
Adam Silver tripping.
Well, hey, listen, I don't care who it is. It could be, I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on my nigga who coached the Knicks.
Thibodeau?
Yeah, like, he should at least be the coach, minimum. Doc cannot come out the OJ said in the break, Doc cannot come out the broadcast booth and coach the All-Star game. That is wild, B.
Anybody that could turn the Knicks around should be in the All-Star game.
Yeah.
Point. Okay. LeBron James gave advice to younger players saying the cars, jewelry, and all other dumb shit doesn't matter. It means nothing. Worry about the game and everything else will take care of itself. So what would you guys' advice be to these younger players? OJ first.
Almost exactly what James said. I've given that advice. I was always asked to talk to the rookies when the rookies came in, and the only thing that matters is your performance on the field, because it's that performance on the field or the court that's going to lead to all those other things. If you don't perform there, you're never going to see all those other things. So. I think he told him, I think LeBron told him the right thing. I couldn't say it much better than that. Nothing really matters other than your performance on the court.
Oh, you wasn't iced up at all? You ain't put no drip on when you had the motion?
I had a little bit. I wasn't really showy. I bought all my teammates ice. I bought all my offensive line.
You let your niggas shine, let his niggas shine. Yeah, I get it, Yeah, I get it,
I was pretty well known for that. Frank Kipper and all of them talked on TV about how I bought all my linemen, gold and, bracelets and stuff. Yeah. So you got to know what a bread is buttered. Mine was buttered by my offensive line, so I made sure I took care of those guys.
Yeah, that makes sense, because I would tell the same thing to a lot of rappers coming up. If they wanted to be great, you got to focus on the craft. If you're actually good at something, or especially great, and focus on being better than everybody else, money is inevitable to come because you're better than everybody else. But if you try to put the focus on money, you may slacken your craft a little bit. But I want to hear what Killer got to say to that.
Kind of disagree with you a little bit, because niggas ain't even that good making money.
Yeah.
They definitely not even focusing on the craft ever. Last thing they doing is focusing on. We used to focus on the craft.
Yeah, we was focusing
just
on
going in there. This
Yeah.
is making 10 million. So I dig that speech. That speech was legit like 10 years ago. Look, what LeBron said is super duper good. It's actually shit that you say when you get older. But when you're in your 20s and you're in your teens and you're and at those ages, it's kind of a catch-22. Because
look at that going, yeah, motion,
yeah,
swag,
yeah,
Riz, guys.
Because it's a catch-22, because it's like this.
Money maker.
It's like this. It's like, look, when you're young, you want to shine, and a lot of times it happens when you come from an urban society.
Yeah, when you never had nothing.
Never had nothing, and not only that, you want to shit on niggas who thought you would never have nothing.
Yeah.
So you can't wait. I remember I got my 600. I ain't even really had no problem. My first shit, cool, it took me to Queens, got my shit. I'm like, yeah, I can't. I remember you had the gray BMW. I remember when we landed, I don't remember what tour we came off. You had the two-seater waiting for you at the airport. I forget what Benz that was. You had it waiting.
Yeah.
So what I would say is this, and I just had this conversation with somebody. Somebody asked me some advice in the airport. And I was saying that what gives you the discipline to save your money? And it's hard because when you're young, and let's say you're 22 like Stat, 30 seems like it's forever away. Like, oh, I ain't waiting. I'll get to 30 when I get. I'm not saying that's her mentality. I'm just saying people like 30's far away. I'll get 30 when I'm 30. Then when you're 30, you're like, 40? The fuck are you talking about 40? I get 40's crazy. But then you're going to be there, and then if you don't maintain your money throughout those years, the way you was living in your 20s, and now niggas see you and you fucked up, like, 20 years ago, he was all right.
He used to be that nigga.
He used to be that nigga. So you have to maintain, because the money that you're getting in your 20s, you may possibly not be getting in your mid, late 30s or early 40s. So you have to put yourself on a budget. But at the same time, it's mad shit you need to get out your system. I had to get a pink Range Rover. I had to get a Lamborghini. I had to have on 42 chains at one time. I had to get pink furs. I had to do all this shit. I had to. I just had to. I couldn't stop myself. So at the end of the day, I get it. But when you get older, you say, okay, cool, I'm going to start planning to do this, because I already did mad iconic shit. Like my picture with me with the pink fur, that shit is like Mona Lisa, then Cam. Like that, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's a fact, me. So once you start doing iconic shit and then you remembered for it, you're like, all right, cool. I can still do iconic shit, but I kind of solidify my spot with certain shit. So I dig both ends of the spectrum, 100%, but I will agree 100% with LeBron James.
Okay. Shaq said men shouldn't open up to women because they'll use it against them. He said whenever something go down, they're going to throw it back in your face. Do y'all agree? OJ first.
OJ first.
When you say open up to women, I don't know what he's talking about. Is he talking about confession? No, man, don't confess. No, I think you're right. Don't say nothing. It was your lying eyes.
Yeah.
So leave me out of the confession.
Yeah. Oh, no confession.
Y'all got to leave me out of this.
All these episodes. Yeah, I won't say that. No confession. No confession. Oh my goodness. Yo, on Killer birthday. This is classic.
Swine.
Yeah. The
Oh,
blue wine. The blueberry juice that kicked in.
Oh shit.
Oh shit, don't tell her nothing. Oh man.
Look, man. Yeah, I got. Look, it's like this. You test it out when it comes to a female. You give her a little bit of something if you really, really like her, and see if she bring it back up in your face later and be like, I can't tell you shit because I only told you that to see if you bring it back up. But you know what I will say is this: when you're in a relationship, but not even a relationship, when you're dealing with a female for a while, and y'all get into that heated discussion, depending on what type of female you are. You got submissive females, you got in between, and you got aggressive females. But females say some real hurtful shit to niggas when they mad. Did I say anything when your mother was getting hot? When she was smoking crack? Her ass was coming up here every day asking me for $10 when you wasn't around. All that type of shit comes into play when you dealing with certain females. They say the most hurtful shit to try and get you mad, depending on what type of female I said you're dealing with. So at the same time saying I agree with Shaq and I agree with OJ, but if you find the right person, which is really, really hard to find, and it's not saying it's impossible, they won't do that to you. So I wouldn't say shit. It's certain little shit I would say and certain little shit I was about to say. I wouldn't say. Like even like, all jokes aside, even like when we up here with Murder, and I'll say something, and he'll be like, okay, go. And I'll be like, yeah, I can say it. I'm not saying nothing because at the end of the day, that's my man, and not just Mase, a bunch of my friends. I'm not going to sit there and say anything about it because everything don't need to be brought to light on the fun that you had in the past or anything like that. And some females that you're dealing with may not understand that. So, being long-winded about the answer, but because I'm caught up in the middle of it, I'm not sure if you should or shouldn't. But I definitely want to say do it with nobody that's brand new. And when I say brand new, first 3-4 years is brand new before you start talking about deep shit. Pause.
That's a good take. Me personally, I think you only, and this is gonna sound philosophical, but I think you only open up to people that can heal you with what you're talking about. If they can't heal the situation, I don't think you really tell them. And I also don't believe you open up to a woman unless she open up deeper to you. If she tell you more, then you tell her some. You always make sure she told you more.
Yeah, so when they say that slick shit, you can say it back.
No, it's just people work better when they know they have something to lose. Gotcha. All people do.
I agree with that. Not just for it being solely out of spite, but like, yeah, if you guys can both open up to each other, it's got to be even.
If you tell me something about you that make you cry, then I might could tell you something that make you think. You know, I don't know if I could go cry level yet.
Yeah. All right. Well, OJ, thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you so much, man. We appreciate you, man.
Enjoyed it as usual.
Well, we will see you next Sunday after the game, man. We gonna see what happens.
There it is.
Yeah.
Mase, you call out, buddy. There it is. Title Town or the city by the bay.
Title Town, Now, listen, when you lose, I want you just got to come up here with blueberry juice, whatever that is, blueberry juice. I need you just to have your cup, and every time you see me go, hell to Mase in Title Town.
You give me that jacket. I think my daughter would love it.
That's a good bet. That's a good bet.
Okay,
well, we're definitely all looking forward to it. That's all the time we have for today. Thanks for watching. And as always, it is what it is.
Two big necks, like when they doing them 2 for $5.